Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Monday, February 2nd, 2009. We're going to continue with accelerator keys in the ObjectStudio tutorial section by going in here and looking at the second example, which dynamically adds accelerator keys at runtime. So let's load this. And now once that's there, let's just open it up and see what it does. So here it is. Now before we do anything, we want to open up a transcript. And the reason for that is that it does some reporting to the transcript. And in ObjectStudio, the transcript is a separate little window. It's not here. You see this is where these applications drop. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, let's have an accelerator key be Control and G. And I'll hit Add on that. And now you see it told me down here that it does Control G. And if I hit Control G, you'll see that it says a key was pressed. Now let's press Control H. Notice that nothing happens. So now I want to go ahead and tell it I'd like Control H to be a key to be added. So we'll hit Add. And it tells me it's added. Now let's go ahead up here and hit Control H, and it tells me a key was pressed. So you see that's working, so not a whole lot of excitement going on. Let's go ahead and so if we bring the browser into the view over here, and let's go ahead and notice that this is a subclass of controller again. And over here on the class side, there's not a lot going on here because this is just defining my buttons and checkboxes. All the actions happening here on the instance side. And on the instance side, what we have is we have a couple of API points. We have this endInitialization method, which just happens after everything's been initialized, and it adds this dictionary of predefined hotkeys. Whenever I hit add, I want to add this method here, which you see is up here, and this is telling it to process the following keys. So on hitting any of these keys, it tells me to send this method add key. So if you look at this add key method, this is where the action happens. What we do is we come in here, create a temporary string, and go ahead and concatenate either Alt or Control or Shift to it, or all three or any of the above, when those keys are pressed. So you see the way this happens is we get the value and see if it's true, get the value, see if it's true, and then down here get the key that was pressed. So this is how we get things, get value, and that's the value of the key in that input field. And again, that's because that input field is a value holder type thing, and to get the current value of it, you just hit get value. And then all we do is what we did the other day when we were looking at accelerator keys, tell the main form to set the accelerator to that, and it adds that to that table. So we can dynamically access that table at runtime, which means you can put things into it or take things out of it. And that's really all there is to this little example. It just figures out what keys you pressed and then makes them into accelerator keys if you hit that add button. So we'll leave it there for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.